We know video killed the radio star, but is over-collaboration killing productivity? Okay, those things aren't really related, but we just wanted to say it. It is an important conversation, though, and joining us live is Cal grad and co-founder of the Life Hack Method, Demir Bentley. Demir, it's good to see you on the show again.
Thank you for having me back. I love this topic.
Yeah, well, this is interesting to me because a lot of employers are now bringing back people to the office, and they're saying it's under the guise of, we really feel like you need to collaborate more with your coworkers. But what you're saying is there is too much of a good thing.
Yeah, there's been some really interesting studies that came out really proving that we're over collaborating. And one basically said that all of the time that we were saving from commuting has now been taken up in more emails, meetings, and chats. So it's pretty scary, and it's a serious issue.
So first of all, how do you know if you're over collaborating?
Yeah, so over collaborating is the best sign of it is that you're basically frustrated that you're always communicating about work, but you're never getting much work done. So you know how you have a mosquito bite that you really want to itch, but you know that itching it's just going to make it worse? That's what we're doing when we over communicate. We get stuck in a cycle of compulsively needing to connect with other people. And of course, it's not costless. It contributes to burnout because it squanders our time and it hamstrings our progress. And ultimately, and this is the worst part, it steals the joy from your work.
So are you talking about when people say this meeting could have been an email?
Actually, I prefer the meeting not be an email at all. I prefer the meeting didn't happen. It didn't happen at all. But that's another topic.
Okay, so how do we reduce, because this is a real mind shift for a lot of managers. So how do you persuade them that you are going to reduce the amount of communication, meetings, emails, etc.?
Yeah, so think about over communication as a symptom of something else, which is lack of clarity. So let me explain that. Think about you and your team trying to navigate through a maze in the dark. Without any lights on, what are you going to do? You're going to slow way down to make sure that you don't trip and fall. You're going to touch everything around you to make sure and call out to your team members to make sure that you're constantly getting your bearings. So is the solution going even slower and calling out more? No, it's actually turning the lights on. Right? You turn the lights on, people are going to stop touching things. They're going to stop calling out to each other to get their bearings, and they're going to start going faster. So that's what lack of clarity is doing to your team. It's turning the lights off. That's forcing them to slow down, and it's forcing them to over communicate because there's a good reason. They're trying to get their bearings.
So what are you saying, that managers should just say, here, go out, work on this on your own, figure it out, then come back and report?
Well, what you really want to do is, and a lot of companies are doing this, they're adopting a policy of radical transparency throughout the company, and it's supported by new technologies like Asana. It basically means, Reggie, that a CEO can start with a key goal for the company and double click all the way down to an individual task to see who's working on moving that goal forward. But here's the important part. It goes the other way too. A worker on the front lines can zoom out from her task to see what she's working on and how it contributes to the overall team. That's turning the lights on for your organization. People can start seeing for themselves, thinking for themselves, and stop over communicating.
Okay, finally, what is a screencast?
Yeah, a screencast. A screencast is the communication of the future. 2-3 years from now, everybody's going to be doing it. It's something that very few people do today. Imagine getting the best of all worlds. I can see you, I can hear you, I can see what you're sharing on your screen. It's a super medium that really reduces the time it takes to get your point across. So my client Victoria recently had a 30-minute meeting request just to review a document. That's it. She declined the invite and she told the person, hey, send me a screencast and I'll respond right away. Guess how long that video was? Remember, they requested 30 minutes to review the document. How long was the screencast?
I mean, you could probably,
2 minutes.
Right.
2 minutes long. That's the magic of screencasting, is you can just get the point across so much faster. If somebody's looking to get started with something easy, check out loom.com. I don't have any interest in that company. It's just a great screencasting app.
You're teaching me something. I have not heard of this. I would much rather be in a 2-minute meeting than a 30-minute meeting. Thank you for solving it, and the world is better now. Always good to see you, friend.
Hey, thank you so much.